You've tuned in to the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel, and in this video we have the latest installment of the Grand Slam Wrestling Match of the Week. Today it is Jim Londos facing off against adorable Adrian Adonis. We'll see how adorable he is. It's in the New York circuit. It's week 5 of year number 4. And hello everybody, I'm Big Paulie coming to you this January 28th of 1991, January 28th of 2021. It's on my mind today, but nonetheless, we were doing the 1991 Super Bowl on our last video, and that is probably why I have that top of mind today. So it is Jim Londos facing Adrian Adonis. Last time we saw Adonis on the GSW Match of the Week was last year. He had faced Farmer Burns and lost to him in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Today he gets a world title shot as the top heel right now in the New York circuit. Kind of a home game for Londos, who has been world champion now in his second reign for 3 weeks. A lot of heroes in this circuit: Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, who the New York circuit just acquired from Memphis in exchange for Mr. Wrestling number 2, El Santo, Giant Baba, and we will go over all those matches that occurred prior to this one in just a moment. But first, here's a look at the roll call of champions. And it has not changed since we were here last, which was about a week ago, when we had the Lawler-Londos rematch from Atlanta, which Londos won. The only title defense that you missed was an international title defense for Lou Thesz up against Cola Coriani. Coriani won by countout, and per the GSW mandates, if a challenger wins by countout or DQ, a technical win, he goes on the road and he will face the champion again, and these two, Thesz and Coriani, will meet again in Portland, Oregon, week number 7. The world title is defended. There are 16 circuits. The world title is defended in 4 of them. The World Junior Heavyweight and World Tag Team title in 3. The International title and Tag Team title defended in 2 of the 16 sites each. And the Women's title and the Women's Tag title are defended 1 time every 4 weeks. So we're getting ready for our match. Londos against Adonis. Adonis right now the top heel in New York, although we had a few guys who fared well today in the preliminaries, and we will get to that in just a moment as I get this match all set up. Behind the scenes, I will tell you that if you're looking for some other wrestling's finest action, visit Al Red Sox Fan. He has been starting to do wrestling's finest on his channel, and we wish him all the best with this new endeavor. I have been doing Wrestling's Finest mostly off YouTube, except for this last half year, for over 3 years, and I find it quite enjoyable. Because wrestling is just one of those things that's ultimately subjective. And I think that brings a lot of fun in it because you could play around with it. Adonis is a heel here in the New York circuit, as I've now already said like 3 times, as I set the match up here. Let's show you the, here I am. Hello, everybody. Let's show you what happened on the undercard. The New York circuit, called the home of heroes right now because we have so many top-line baby faces visiting. And in the prelim, it was Jerry Briscoe losing to Jesse the Body Ventura, the former governor of Minnesota. Ventura won by countout in 8 minutes and 26 seconds as Jerry Briscoe put on a speed clinic, and Jesse just picked him up and slammed him to the arena floor over the ropes, and that was it for Briscoe. 8:26 the time. Giant Baba faced Lee Wong. Lee Wong won a battle royal last year despite being basically a preliminary worker, and Baba won by pin easily at 39 seconds. And I made a little joke in the notes that kind of like GameStop stock right now. Long was a bit overvalued, and Giant Baba prevailed the market adjustment, if you will. El Santo and Tully Blanchard, managed by Lou Albano, went to a double DQ in 21 minutes, so Blanchard will pick up a few points for that. They each hit the referee. Santo hit the referee accidentally, Blanchard. It wasn't such an accident, but it was Santo prevailing. Hulk Hogan over Buddy Rose. Hogan was the pickup from Memphis. Had no trouble with, and it was a suplex, by the way. Seeing the rough draft of my notes that I put up on the Delphi board here. And it was Hogan by suplex over Buddy Rose at 4:17. Not too much of a sweat for the Hulkster. The Hart Foundation and Dr. Wagner Jr. and Ultimo Guerrero. It was the Harts winning by the DQ at 13 minutes and 12 seconds when the Von Brauners interfered. So that'll set up a match for next month, in the next 4 weeks, as the Hart Foundation and the Von Brauners met earlier 4 weeks ago when the year 4 had just started in week 1. Bruno Sammartino faced a challenge from the Magnificent Morocco, only in his second match ever in GSW. This went to a double countout. We have gone to an extended time limit in the semi-main events. This went 38-22, and Morocco held his own against the mighty Sammartino, and he will pick up 5 rankings points for that. And he will be a force to be reckoned with as we move on in year number 4. So this gets us to our main event. Hello again, everybody. Sorry, I keep going back to myself here, and I shouldn't. I'm not trying to be a big-headed fool here and give myself so much face time. It is Londos. It is Adrian Adonis. Londos was considered by his contemporaries to be a bit of a showman wrestler and really wasn't liked among his contemporaries. I have read the book called Fall Guys, which covers the, I guess you could say, the Depression era or just before of wrestling, and Hooker by Lou Fez. Hooker is a guy who could legitimately wrestle. Has nothing to do with prostitution. Thank you very much. And here we go, folks. It's Adrian Adonis against Jim Londos. Adrian the challenger, Londos the champion. A one-fall 60-minute time limit match for Adonis to claim the title. He must pin or submit Londos within that 60-minute time frame. Computer has Londos as a heavy favorite. Odds that he faced against Farmer Burns, but yet he claimed the world title late in year 3, and we are off. Londos confused, and Adrian Adonis seized on this and takes control. A headlock by Adonis, so he scores the first blow. Specialty move, pile driver, but Londos a little too quick for that, especially this early in the match. We're only 1 minute old. Outside the ring action, Londos using punches, so he scores 5 damage on Adonis. Throat chop by Londos, another 5 points. Backslide, and no, Adrian, you're going to last a little longer than you did the last time, as we're right at that 204 mark where he lost to Farmer Burns several months ago. No pin. Body slam by Londos, a legal chop by Adonis, no pin. And reverse chop to the chest by Adonis, a legal chop. Disqualified check on the next card draw, and a possible DQ was stopped. Body slam by Adonis. Now Adonis probably has a strength advantage here on Londos. That's 9 points off of his stamina. The damage totals right now about even, 18-23. Londos in a headlock and punches him in the forehead, shielding this from the referee. So Londos could play a little dirty when he wants to. Leg hold by Londos, countered, and Londos slips away. Chop by Adonis, 5 more points off of Londos' damage. He's at 62-4 right now, meaning if he loses 62 more points of damage, the pin rating goes up 4 points across the board, and stamina for Adonis is 31.5, meaning when he loses 31 points, his stamina rating is going to go up 5 points in some areas. Submission move by Adonis, countered. Legal forearm by Londos, scores, and that's 5 points off of Adonis. Still kind of close at this point. A submission try by Adonis, and you're not going to get Jim Londos in a submission. Adonis slams Londos face first into the ring post, so he goes postal on Londos like a post office employee, and the stamina reduction is 15 for that, so Adonis now with the stamina lead, legal knee, damage lead I should say. So Adonis piling up some moves here. Headlock by Adonis countered. Legal leg hold by Londos. And that's 7 points off of Adonis's tally. Specialty move, leg lock, and this is one of his pet holds. Almost gets the pin there. It was a 1. And Adrian Adonis has a 0 of submission at this point. But he's losing stamina. Next hold will put him a few points deeper in the ratings. Legal punches by Adonis, and that's 5 points off. Kick countered by Londos. Action happening outside the ring. Londos throws Adonis outside the ring, and you see there that Adrian Adonis' pin rating has now gone up to 30-28-4, and his submission is now 18-11-0. So Adonis, the first to tire here. Londos is 32 points away from hitting his first plateau, I believe. Speed move by Londos. Illegal turnbuckle by Adonis. Neuter. Legal punches by Adonis, that is illegal punches. And Londos closing in on another stamina level hit. Suplex by Adonis, countered by Londos. Sucker punch by Londos. And the ref separates the two, and it is Adonis losing 5. Right now it's 63 off for Londos, 73 off by Adonis, and we are 10:42 into the 60-minute time limit bout. Happening outside the ring, it's Londos attacking Adonis as he climbs through the ropes in an effort to get back through the ring. 10 more points lost. Auto control lost by Adonis, giving it back to Londos, who hits with a legal knee. 5 more points off. Adonis, kick countered by Adonis. Submission move here by Adonis, 4 more points off. Londos is at 18-4, and Adonis at 30-5. So Adonis closing in on his second stamina hit. Londos, I believe, is still looking for his first. Auto control loss. Headlock and wrist lock combination, but Londos countered the hold. Auto control loss. And chair shot by Adonis. Ouch! And that's 15 more points off for Londos. He is now 3 points shy of a stamina hit. And a headlock, and yep, now Londos has lost his stamina level. He is now at 32-28-1 on the pin rating. 4 points off of Adonis. Right now it's 86 off for Londos and 88 for Adonis. Legal hair pull by Adonis onto Londos. That's 4 more points off. So Londos in a little bit of trouble here. Chair shot returned. No. That was Adonis again hitting Londos with a chair. Second chair shot he's taken. And that's 15 more points off. So Adonis, with some questionable tactics here, seems to have the upper hand. He only is at minus 88, and Londos now at minus 105. No action. We have Adrian Adonis be the world champ. Adonis ties Londos with his arms up in the ropes and pounds away on him. So Adonis doing well. Body press. No pin. Strategy card used and countered by Londos. Disqualify check. Possible DQ stopped. Specialty move. DDT by Adonis was countered by Londos. Londos scheduled next week to battle Terry Funk, but if Adonis gets a DQ or countout win, he will get that title shot in Detroit, where Londos just won the World Championship 3 weeks ago. About to be 4. It will be 4 by the time we get to next week's video. Londos, his strategy card was used and countered. Adonis with a counter of a pin hold. Legal arm hold by Adonis, which takes 4 points of stamina off of Jim Londos. Right now we're at 30.5. 30/5 is the stamina rating. Adonis has not lost too many points since his first stamina hit. Now Londos is at 53-4. Londos with control, a disqualify check, and for a minute it looked like the ref was going to do a double DQ. He did not. The match continues at 18 minutes into the 60-minute time limit. Arm holds by Londos, 5 more points off of Adonis. And it looks like we have blood. And both wrestlers collide and go down. Each wrestler may be cut. Londos has a 15-point cut above his right eye, and Adonis took the worst of it. He has a lower lip split open, and blood is freely flowing from the cut. He loses 40 points on cuts. So both men wearing the claret right now. Londos with control. The unconscious hold, which I guess is a sleeper. No submission. So on we go. An illegal throat chop by Londos. -5. Right now it's 132/15 for Londos, 150 and 40 for Adonis. Adonis a little closer to a stoppage right now than Londos is. Illegal neck hold by Londos, but we got double juice in the match. Legal neck hold. Kick just above the belt of Londos for Adonis. Adonis really holding his own right now. Especially move airplane spin, and that does not get the pin. Adonis about to go. In fact, he has gone down another stamina level. DDT missed by Adrian, and Jim countered that. And he now loses another stamina level as Londos working on the knee. So he takes another stamina hit. He took a second stamina hit when he was cut open, and now he takes a third stamina hit. And Adonis has held on for 22:46 so far, but he doesn't look like he's long for this world. He'll have to get a miracle pin here or something like that, which does happen from time to time. Londos with a stomp on the back, and Londos now looking like he is controlling the bout. He's at 138.15 and Londos at 184.40 right now as we go past the 23-minute mark. A speed move by Londos. And Adonis just looks very tired at this point. Submission move, but Adonis was not a guy who cried uncle too many times in his career. No submission. Auto control loss. A legal neck hold by Adonis. But Adonis has to get some offensive maneuvers going here. A submission move into a Boston Crab, but it's not a submission combination. Reduces the stamina of Londos by 4. Legal forearm by Londos as we get to the 25-minute mark. Submission, not a submission, but stamina loss of Adonis by 5. Auto control loss, back to Adonis, no action. Back to Londos, a submission move. Abdominal stretch, but again, you're not going to get Adonis. Illegal leg hold by Londos. Illegal punches by Londos. Disqualification possible, but not to be. 27-25 now gone by. Illegal leg hold by Londos. Submission move. Full Nelson, nothing there. Auto control loss, Londos. It goes back to Adonis. Fan interaction, individual catcalls prompt Adonis to shout back at the fans. A loss of concentration, and I'm not talking about the game show either. So stamina loss by -5. Illegal forearm. Could this be it? No. Adonis kicks out at the count of 3. So far in pin attempts, we have had 3 by Adonis and 2 by Londos. Both been undefeated so far in year number 4. For those of you keeping score, Londos is 3-0 and Londos 1-0. Londos is 3-0 and Adonis 1-0. Legal neck hold by Londos. By the way, it was Adonis beating Mr. Wrestling 2 last month, and that's how he is at 1-0. No action. Halfway through the time limit, countered, and Adonis throws Londos into the ring barrier. That's 15 more off. So Londos about to take a stamina loss here. Adonis has control. DDT countered. An elbow drop on Adonis. Adonis is just hanging on right now. He's at 40-40-12, which means that pin rating means you're very how do I say it? You're very likely to be pinned in the near future here. Londos using arm holds. He is not in a hurry to get Adrian Adonis. He wants to give the fans in New York their money's worth. This is kind of like a home game for Londos. Londos has control. Airplane spin. This should do it. It does. Gotta give it to Adonis. He went 33 minutes, 33:02. The match gets 4.5 stars, but Londos was simply the better wrestler tonight. Dramatic win over Adonis, but an exclamation point on what Londos has been saying for a long time. He is simply the best world champion ever. So your time of the fall was 33:02. Londos prevails over Adrian Adonis tonight. So our next bout of GSW, the GSW match of the week, will go to Detroit, and it'll be Terry Funk taking on Jim Londos. So I hope you enjoyed today's bout. I have a little editing to do. This has been Big Paulie coming to you. Hope you enjoyed tonight's bout. We'll do it again next week, or we should. Godspeed and God bless. Catch you all again soon, and good night for now, everybody.